Hello, I'm Max Pleasure. My partner and I have really taken to watching documentaries lately. We watched Chameleons, Tiger King, The Mind of Aaron Hernandez. Definitely not the most uplifting stuff, and definitely not the best queer content. But luckily, a new batch of films is hitting Netflix, one of which is an absolutely heartwarming watch called A Secret Love. The film provides some thoroughly positive queer presentation. We love that. But what's really special about this documentary is that it spotlights a very specific and very important element of the elderly queer experience. A Secret Love follows a late-in-life lesbian couple as they leave behind their home of 20 years to move into assisted living. And the move is actually a second in a series of big changes for Pat and Terry. They only just recently revealed the truth of their decades-long romance to their family. It's a tearjerker for sure, and all different kinds of tears. I felt so much empathy for Pat and Terry when they recall the beginnings of their relationship and the fear and anxiety that they felt, but also the excitement of having found each other and fallen in love. But then I also felt so in awe of the obstacles that they overcame. When they fell in love, it was the 1940s. The stakes were so high, and watching how much their family cares for them was so heartwarming, especially when you know that Terry and Pat lived in fear of rejection for years. After I finished the film, the thing that I kept thinking about was the concept of safety. For Terry and Pat, their definition of safety underwent a huge shift as they got older. When they were young, safety meant secrecy. It meant closed doors. It meant private house parties to avoid the police. Moving to a completely different country to distance themselves from their families. Signatures torn off the bottom of love letters. But then when they're older, safety means sharing. It means being honest. And it also means being watched over. With both of their health declining, they need the help of their families. Physical therapy coaches, doctors, they need the community of an assisted living facility. Their age made this shift of safety necessary, but the progress of LGBTQ rights and the shift in attitudes towards queer people made that shift of safety possible for them. That made it positive for them and allowed them to finally, actually, plainly live their lives. And I feel like when you really get down to it, the documentary is about that shifting. It's not just a story about two little old ladies in love to coo at. Even though it was definitely so great to see them like playfully bicker with one another and reminisce and laugh at the hard times. There's one part especially that is so sweet. Their resilience and their dedication to their love is so admirable. But the thing that makes this documentary worth watching is their story of adaptation. Their shift to visibility and vulnerability after so many years of the opposite of fear and of shame for the sake of safety, for the sake of living out their days the best that they can. And very rarely do we get to hear stories of queer elderly people at all. And the fact that this documentary spotlights a very specific and very important aspect of that experience is great. And it's inspiring and it's hopeful and it evokes a feeling of pride for sure. At least that's what I think anyway. Thank you for watching this review. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to hear more from me, make sure to subscribe. And if you haven't already, go watch A Secret Love. It's available on Netflix. Go feel the love. Go enjoy. It's really so wonderful.